One. Here you go, Jamie. Listen, nice to see you. You're on the way, right?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, it's awesome. I have here a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people who are a little bit skeptical, and I want to talk with you about the 6 people to realize their dreams or goals or whatever. And also, I want to bring it to the world that we do not just talk about our project. That so we really care about people, and the pre-qualifying and qualifying stuff is real that we do here, right? So are you ready to talk about a few people and how we can bring the stuff on the street, right?
Definitely.
Okay, listen. I have here a guy, he was ripped off with over, let's say, $250,000 with some online marketing stuff. And you probably can imagine he is a little bit skeptical to work with us, right? Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I can imagine it. It adds up.
And I guess the bridge that we can build is just to talk about these guys and just talk about, hey, we are a real person. And I guess the bridge we can build between you don't waste more money to you will get money with us is we are personal coaches, right?
Yeah, I would imagine, when you mention numbers like that, I would imagine um, a client, this fellow that you're speaking of, clients will typically purchase into a system in order to be able to resell that system. Am I right? I mean, in the marketing world, that's a lot of the time what happens.
Yeah.
And also, those systems, that's really what you're doing is it's similar to like franchising or whatnot, a lot of the multi-level marketing stuff. And, what I do, I don't really, what I mainly do is traffic and coaching, right? And of course, all creative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I've been able to encounter this a lot of the time with people. And I would say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because it's kind of like, look, you've got in, you won all in, right? You went all in, you put all your money into it, but now there's the question of how do I utilize this funnel that I now have access to, and I have the rights to resell that funnel, and I've been given all these resources to do that. But that question is not being answered by the coaches that work for that company. And it's really quite easy on how to get it cracking. And all I could say to this fellow is, you will be so overjoyed when you actually do see a funnel like that working for you with whatever you're doing. And here's the best part. The good part about multi-level marketing, because I'm, of course, not one of these guys who's number one on the leaderboards for multi-level marketing system, or a lot of the ones that we've heard of nowadays that are just kicking butt, right? And everybody loves it. Everybody digs it. The good marketers, they do really well with it. Mm-hmm. But I'd say like the one thing that's probably missing is the fact that the coaches that you're given, they're not a black belt at marketing. They're just not an 8-figure marketer like myself or you. They just don't, they'll be able to help with the basics, which a lot of the time is very necessary. But a lot of the time, advanced methods can be very easy and very basic to apply and very quick to apply. Mm-hmm. And that's part of the thing is there's not a heck of a lot of experts and black belts in the industry that are going to be available. Give you another example, like I won't mention names, but there was a coach that was very, very prominent in the marketing world about 2 years ago, and he had a very good reputation, and his coaching was very good. His advice was very good, but here's the kicker. Even him, you're going to be on a webinar with him, and there's going to be like 300 other people, and you might get frustrated. You're going to wait 3 hours for an answer. And so, when I think about it, a lot of the coaches out there, a lot like that, they don't enjoy it. They don't have passion for it. They don't actually enjoy, like they don't feel good after they get off of a call with a customer or a client who is a newbie or someone who's brand new. I love taking a newbie from newbie to success. Yep. And that's like a bit of the difference is I do make myself available. It's similar to, if you were to hire an attorney or an accountant,
Yeah.
You know, and I just enjoy doing it. I mean, there's a million other business models I could be doing, but that's part of the problem is it's really not available. There's no such thing as having a black belt mark or someone who really knows what they're doing, has been doing it a long time, and they're going to be available on the phone for an hour with you, you know, once a week, and that's the contract. That's what you pay for. And wow, I actually got that. He actually makes that available. That's a lot of the time the feedback I get, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of the time what is missing, and that's why there's so many people who've invested so much money, and they're like, I've invested so much money, 100,000 or 200,000 into a system, and you know, I got ripped off, right? And that's the feeling that they have, because they were just left, you know, with that how question. They were just left with the, well, now what? You know, now what do I? And no one is answering that question. Oh, I've got a coaching call with my coach, but they're speaking with someone who's in a cubicle, who's paid by the company to help with the basics, this and that. But that if that person was making money themselves, they wouldn't be working for that company. They wouldn't be working in the cubicle, you know. So that's a little, this happens.
It's not only that. I guess you know me knows I don't want to spoke names from companies, but you and me know the so-called strategy calls are no more and no less than a call for sell stuff, right? Most of these people have no clue about how to get the shit done. These are just a call center, and that's a little let's say skeptical people have if they talk with me or with Rene from my sales team, because they think, hey man, this is smart. They just want to upsell me stuff and all that shit. And because of their history, they think, oh man, I know you want to take my money, but I will never talk with Jamie Lewis, and that's just not true. So let's get it on the streets. If someone talk with me and I will talk with you like we do now, and we both get accepted to this client, they will talk with you. Is that right? In less than 24 hours or 2 days, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. If the agreement I have with the client is, 1 year of coaching or 2 years of coaching or whatnot, that's what the client will receive. And during coaching, it's more of like, hey, what do you not have? And then I build it while we're on the phone. We actually open up a YouTube channel. I actually do a live YouTube video with the right tags so it ranks right away. And then we log into Aweber. We're like, all right, we got some leads. We actually do. That's something that the people who work for those companies don't know how to do. They'll say, well, now you're going to want to sign up for a Gmail account. And are you there yet? Okay, let me know when you're there. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's more of like, let's get done.
Let me get into it. It's awesome, right? So people are selling all over the globe a blog for $20,000, and then 10 days later they will call them up. So how is it working with your blog? Oh, it doesn't working. So probably you have the wrong products. So you need this products. Let me get the banners and all that stuff. It costs you $10,000. And another 7 days later, oh, you have no traffic. You have to buy the free traffic package for $5,000, and nothing will happen over all a year. That's what happened here with this client. So he put in. You have to imagine he put in $250,000, Jamie, for nothing. Right, just to talk with the call center who paid him, and now we are here to help them out with. He can flip houses. He was 20 years in direct sales, so we will find something that he can deliver to the market to make money with and to solve people problems. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to keep this short. We have another client who is willing to pay us. He is in panic attacks. That he has that for over 20 years. He has panic attacks, and he wants to teach other people around the globe how to handle panic attacks outside of doctors, outside of psychological stuff, just because he has 10 or 20 years of experience. So can we help people like that to get into a product to help people with panic attacks?
I actually did a panic attack product, and this this wasn't for a client. This was like an agoraphobia product that I did with a partner of mine who was a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And that must have been 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the brand name for that? 2000. I mean, this was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I think it was like Panic Away or Panic Crusher or something like that. And it was really good. It was on ClickBank, and you know, it was a an audio product. It was a like similar to, you know, it was an ebook and audio product. So what that means is that you know, there's just a sales page. There wasn't any video on the front page. Nowadays, video is big, you know, and of course, mobile is big too. So a lot of the time, it's just, you know, optimized for mobile with a video, and then there is no copy, right? But this was a little bit different. Back then, it was a copy, and then there was one upsell, and then there was a members area that had ebook, PDF, and audio downloads. And those audio downloads were the types of things that a lot of the time in the therapy niches, you know, a lot of the like divorce or get your ex back, panic attack niches like that, you'll have audio, not video tutorials, you know, in the members area, but you'll have audio downloads, and then you go jogging or you go to sleep, you put headphones in and you listen to instruction. And so if he could start recording, you know, document and record. I'm good with writing out the bullets. For instance, you know, for those who don't know this, but bullet points on a sales page, you know, the little list of like, here's what you get. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Those will be your table of contents. In other words, in the members area for the audio tutorials, those will be the chapters, you know, those will be the different audio. So if he could write out, and, you know, with my assistance, like I could just let him know what comes first. You know, it's usually getting started. And then there could be another audio about like, you know, hey, about this course. And then it gets into what you need to be, what you need to know first, that type of stuff. The first 3 audios will be like, you know, the orientation audios. And then it gets into more advanced stuff. And it's going to want to fall in line with the bullet points on the sales page, because then people, you know, and that's what makes everything congruent, you know, on the front end of the page. It'll say, you know, here's what you're going to learn. Boom, 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 boom. And people see that and they're like, oh, I like that's what I want to learn. They sign up, you know, it's an affordable price, and they sign up, and then they jump right into that audio. Just make sure that you have an audio for every bullet point that you have on the sales page. And then, you know, in order for, you know, some 50 people go to the page, they buy it like crazy because those bullet points are worded in a very intelligent way, congruent with the keywords that they're searching for.
Yeah, and it solved the problem, right? That's all. Business is all about solve problem from people. That's all we do.
Yeah, and it has to be targeted for their keywords, what they search for in the first place, or whoever's promoting it with an email list, etc. But then there's the alternative. 50 people go to a page and no one buys because the bullet points are off. They're not, it's like, sounds generic, you know, like they're not, it's not intelligent. It's not what relating with people. It's obvious that the person who wrote the book has no experience, doesn't even know what a panic attack is, etc. You know, written by, you know, someone who was hired for $10 an hour to write some really bad copy or something. So, you know, that's why I always encourage everyone, look, it's not hard to write copy. It's like, you know, just do it with the bullets first, you know, and it's 10 or 11 different sentences, really, and spend the most time on those, because, and then that's the most powerful part of your sales video or your sales page. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. I know exactly what you mean. And for everyone who's watching this video, this is real. We have no script for that. And we just talked about future clients, how we can help them. So I hope you get that, whoever watched this video. And then we'll move on to the next one. I will just move on to the next one. We have panic attacks, and we have this cool man who just spent $200,000. Let's move on. I have a 50-year young lady who chill his life or his life in Marbella, and he was in the time sharing business. She has a lot of money, and she is 50 years young. She looks like a 20-year-old teenager, and she is really enjoying her life. And what she wants to do is she wants to motivate other people in the age of 40, 50, 60 to live the life, right? To be positive, to be motivated to live the life. And what she did is she also spent a lot of money in some weird products up to $20,000 with exactly no revenue. And she is asking, can we help her to produce a product? She is willing to do anything because she is entrepreneur and she knows what she's doing. But can we help her to realize a product to help 40, 50 plus people enjoy life, right? With all her experience for the last 30 or 40 years. You know what I mean? She don't want to make an entrepreneurship product. She don't want to make a time sharing product. She just want to help people 40 or 50 plus just enjoying life, be positive. It's all good. It's really cool, and that's what she is asking. Can we help her to make a product?
All right. So, in her background was another, very heavily. This individual was someone who heavily invested in something that didn't work, and that the light bulb was going off as to, you know what, I need to do I need to do my own product if I'm going to do well. Like, again, I'm the product guy. Like everyone knows that I love building products, and that's how I came up in the game. I was a product creator first, and then affiliate marketer second. Yeah. But again, I wouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because there are some really great marketing methods to get what those investments, unless it was a fraud or it wasn't, access to one of the systems that actually really does work for people. I would say don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's try to do both. Let's work on a product which takes a little bit longer time to put the product together. Of course, record audios, stuff like that, or record videos. But at the same time, while we're building the product, let's try our best to build the list, and let's try our best to get some of those funnel sales going on. Yeah. There's some good things, although I don't do a heck of a lot of MLM. It is very simple. I understand it, and I've helped people do great with it. But there is a good thing about it. And this is coming from someone who's not really very pro MLM, right? But the good thing about it is that there's an incentive for the person who sold it to you to help you. You know what I mean? Because they're going to, what the customer does. Like, so say if I bought into one and the guy who, my sponsor or whatnot, I'm going to say, hey man, I can do a lot, but I'm going to have questions or whatnot. That person's going to help me out. Right. Yeah. So again, I wouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater, but when it comes to products, I mean, all you do is look up, what I would tell her is look up Jamie Lewis documentary on YouTube and watch that entire documentary. It's an hour and a half. And what it was actually was a blog post that I did. And I read the blog post live on a webinar, recorded it, and then went through my files and took the videos that I'd taken around that time or whatnot, and I just put them on top of the audio. And it's a really good video. It'll show the process of building a product. There's some really good things about building a product in terms of, things that make her feel better. Like there's some pretty easy ways to do it. But at the same time, there's some inevitable things that take a while to do. I always tell people too, I'm like, building the content, if you're doing it in a niche that you really know what you're doing, it's it's painless, to build the product. What is difficult is the sales video. That is what is so funny, because every second of that sales video is crucial. You mess up one little thing in that sales video and it might not convert. Like I have split tests of, I split test 6 different versions and they're rotating, and so it'll show each video 10% of the time. And at the end of the day, we look at them and there'll be some winners and losers. And the differences between the winners and losers are so small it's ridiculous. And so
Yeah.
it shows,
Well,
it almost shows you that everyone's brain works the same way. You know?
yeah, exactly. And as you may recognize in the last few days, while you work with me and my sales team, I guess I can say we do an awesome job. And sales, at least sales counts, right? And you have to understand the psychology of how people are working. And I guess we talk with people on the phone, we have people one-on-one. And if you work online, you don't have the chance to answer questions. You don't have the chance. People
Yeah.
are looking videos. People are reading stuff. They have to know. You have to address them. You have to get the problem on point. You have to tell them why they can't solve the problem like they tried to do. You have to qualify yourself why you can solve the problem, and you have to push a button where you can get the product to solve the problem. Right? But anyway, what I want to discuss here is about our high ticket clients, Jamie. Right. So, do you think we can help also Angie with her experience in life to help 40 or 50 plus people? I know we can, but I want to discuss it with you so people are see, and we are transparent. We talk about any client we have all day, every day, and we are in contact all day, every day. Until you come to my table here that I will talk with Jamie about, you have to go to pre-qualify, you have to qualify, and then that's what happened. I will talk with Jamie. That's what I do right now. So that's what we have in the last 2 days. And I guess all these people I bring on the table, they are willing to spend a lot of money, but it's not about how much you spend. I mean, this partnership you go in with Jamie and me is like an ATM, right? So you give us $1,000 and we give you 10,000 back. To give you $10,000 back, I want to make sure you have some skills, and I want to make sure Jamie is in the boat. I want to make sure I'm in the boat because I'm for sales. Jamie is for all stuff, all stuff, the environment, and I want to make sure that you apply have some skills so we can bring it to the market, and that's why, and that's the transparent stuff. That I want to bring in with this video so that you, whoever watching this video, see this is probably the world first stuff like that, because we talk about that, we make it online, we make it live. Jamie had no idea what I want to talk with him about it, and I call him every day with some prospects, and if Jamie say no, if I say no, we won't do it, right? So that's why I talk with Jamie right now about this girl, 50 plus, want to provide value to people, to motivate to do something. She already have a huge follower list because the job he did, and we can help or support her with the content, right? You will talk with her probably if she wants to go in, and you will tell her what she has to do. You have to listen to her, what has she to deliver, and you will tell her, hey, make videos this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, part 1, 2, 3, or audiobooks or whatever it will be, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, the one thing I would ask somebody who has expectations is if I give you a list and there's 10 things on the list, and there's a lot of detail with that list. For instance, hey, do a YouTube live video. Mm-hmm. And then when you're done with the YouTube live video, use these tags, and then can you set up a PPC? Can you set up an AdWords campaign, sending some traffic at that video to be about $30 or $40 to just boost it? Mm-hmm. Now, and that's one of them. And I give the keywords and everything. It's not just like, I expect everyone to self-educate themselves. Mm-hmm. And then there'll be another something on the list, which is open up a Facebook page. And then get familiar with how to update and edit the Facebook page. That'll be something else. So if you can do the homework, if you can do the list, I think we'd be very, very, very good. There's a difference between someone who says, all right, Jamie, I did everything, the next call. And then the other person who says, I didn't have time to do that or something like that, you know? And so that's the thing is some people expect, you know, us to do everything. And that's really not realistic because, you know, I might not be around 3 years from now. You know, I might not, you know, I might be, you know, who knows, you know, there's no guarantee I'm going to be alive or something.
Yeah, sure.
And what are they going to do then? You know, or here's another example, like when an affiliate or some, you know, somebody sees their website and emails them and says, hey, your website is great, or what you're doing is great, then, you know, they're going to have to do business with them. It's not going to be me doing the business.
Mm-hmm.
Other example is like when customer service, who's going to do the customer service? Now, customer service is fun. You know, once the money is coming in, then you can expand your company and you can employ customer service agents.
Yeah, sure.
But there's so many things. There's so many things that people are going to have to do on their own anyhow. And these little tasks that are on the list are really not that very hard to do. And it's like kind of like a one-time thing. You know, like creating a Facebook page. That's a one-time thing.
Yeah, but that's exactly the reason why we pre-qualify and qualify so, let's say, hard, because no one, either Jamie, not me, not my team, not your team, want to work with wimps, right? We want to work with tire kickers. We want to work with people like these are. But anyway, I want to talk with you to talk about the projects, to talk about the lives they have, and I will never talk with you about people who have no money, who think we will do anything, because it doesn't work like you say. The last guy I have here is a really cool guy. He moved from Oslo to Macedonia, and he left a really good job with an income from $5,000 to $8,000 per month, and listen carefully, to an income to $600, just to stay with his family. And he built up a company in Macedonia where he delivered, I have no idea, visit cards or whatever. And every client he got, he had through Instagram. And I asked him the following question. I said, hey, look, bro, I have absolutely no idea to implement another fucking Instagram product who show people how they get fake followers, how they get fake likes, how they get, I have no idea. I don't want to do that, and Jamie either. So if you can show me that your stuff you are doing on Instagram generate leads for your small business, and you can turn these leads into revenue, I may talk with Jamie. And he told me,
oh, cool, yeah, and real likes and real followers.
Yeah, not really. No, I don't care about likes. I don't care about followers. The small business owner don't care about this shit. The small business owner cares about revenue. Done. Yeah. And he told me, yes, I have this. Here's the proof. So can we make a product? And his main problem is he lives in a country where the average monthly income is $300 per month, right? So wow. He has a great product. He makes some great events where he show people live on events how it works. But the problem is the people have no money because the actual situation in the country. But I know that people in the United States or Switzerland or even China will pay 10 times more just because they have the money for his product that people are paying right now because they have no money. Right? So that's why I talk with you about that. Can we handle an Instagram product from person who really has results from his experience in the last year, building up a small business, get leads through Instagram, and sold products to these leads? Can we handle that? I mean, that's great. Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's awesome. It's awesome, right? This guy just moved from Oslo to Macedonia and build up a business and use Instagram. And the really one single problem is the people have no money there, you know.
Yeah.
But the strategy and the tactic he is using can be, you can use it for any business all over the globe. And probably United States or Switzerland will pay, I have no idea, $400, while people in Macedonia just don't have $400, right? And he don't know how to pack it into a product and go global. That's where we came in.
I got some good news for him, though. I think if I understand his situation correctly, the good news is that the more affordable your price, well, in other words, the lower your price point is, the higher the conversion rate is.
Okay.
And so, sometimes in a population or in a niche where it's a low population, but there's a strong need, the price point could be higher. But if there is a good amount of population, it'd be similar to like with my domain or elite marketplace. I make it so it's so prominently explained, like in the members area, that the price points that we want people to list domains for are anywhere between $30 and $100. It's like nothing, for a domain. People see my sales, they see I sold that bad liar domain, badliar.com, gettingpregnant.org, all these free.com. I mean, these are, not even premium domains, but they're worth 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, numbers like that. And people see that and they say, all right, well, I'm going to sell my domain for 5,000. But you know what? It's going to be, if you put it for sale for $100, it could sell within a couple hours. And you can do another, and it's very, very, very consistent, very, very consistent. But if you price your stuff at 5,000, you might be waiting a month or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Or you pick up the phone and call the right people, right?
Yeah, and that's how you can get the right price for something, is when you're calling the right person who it is that valuable to them. Like a dentist or a doctor or a golf course, bowling alley or whatnot. I found pawn shops great, actually. But yeah, I think everybody, as long as it's a hey, don't miss the call. Make sure when you schedule a call with me, like don't miss it. Do your homework and just make sure that we connect every week. Make sure that communicate, don't disappear, stuff like that, and I think we'd be fine.
Okay. No, that's perfect. Look, so thank you so much to verify all this stuff. I guess I want to go back to work and call these people, and we'll upload this video to send them the video that they see. Hey, this is real, right? We talk together. We talk every day, probably at night and in the morning, and while I'm in the ice cream business or wherever. And
right.
I guess what people really need, and that's why I make this qualifying stuff. I make it clear here. If you're watching this video, you have the opportunity or chance, or you name it, to work with Jamie Lewis and me. We are $1 million guys, so we don't want to work with wimps. If you have nothing to deliver on the market, please stay away. That's what I say. I will never call you if you fill in the application with I have $500 to invest, but I make 10 million in 6 months. I will never call you. Just
those expectations are a little bit. I mean, I'm someone who believes in miracles, but a lot of the time, the expectations. I can put two and two together. I didn't quite have a mentor when I started, and things happened within the first month, but I'd say it wasn't millions of dollars,
Mm-hmm.
And, so on the other hand, if you do have a mentor, especially someone like me, I think you'll be able to do it even quicker and a little bit more money without having to go through a bunch of dead ends and stuff. So there's great things about having a good mentor, but you're not going to make $10 million in, 2 months when you first get started.
No doubt about that. I'm really with you when you say if you have the right mentor. But let's get something really clear here. If you have no skills, we can't help you bring something to the market that deliver value to the whole world. If you have no skills, we can't help you, right? That's why I sort the pre-qualifying, the qualifying stuff to people we talked about here. All these people have life experience. These people have companies. These people have they want to deliver value to the market, and these people can probably help other peoples around the globe to solve their problem. And what I do here, I recorded this call to bring Jamie in the game, what I'm doing with my team to pre-qualify and qualifying stuff. So we talked about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in the last, I have no idea, 30 minutes. And so Jamie accepted to work with them, and that's what we do. At least that's what we do. Everyone who is watching this video, fill in a form, and I or Rene or someone from my call team, pre-qualifying team, is calling you. This is the workflow, right? Nothing will go to Jamie without I talked with Jamie, and nobody will pay any amount of money without I have the yes from Jamie. And that's what I want to be transparent with this project, because I guess this is a world-class project, and I have no idea who ever made this in the world. I have no idea, because we are not a call team who just get $20,000, $30,000, leave you alone. We just talk with each other, and we can take a handful of students, we can move you forward, we can push in your product to the market, and then we can take more students, okay? And that's all I want to do. That's all I want to share with the world with this recording right over here, so that people see, oh man, I just put $10,000 in product ABC, where they promised that I can do X, Y, Z, whatever it will be, and they probably skeptical. And I want to make business. I'm an entrepreneur. I make $1 million companies like you did. And this is not just a cat game or something like that. I want to work with people who get shit done, and not because we get your money, because you will get 10 times more money that you will give us. And that's all we do here. And that's really important to talk with Jamie, in this case, every day, because if I say, hey, this is a cool guy and we can do this and that, and Jamie said, no, it doesn't work, we have no distributors, it's not a market, whatever it will be, we don't do it. You know, that's what I want to say here. And that's what I want to be transparent with this project, to give you, whoever watching this video, the feeling, hey, these guys are cool. If I have skills, I can work with these guys, and we will bring it to the world global market. You have no idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cool. So listen, while you enjoying your day wherever you are, I have to go back to work and tell these guys, okay, Jamie is in, we can handle that. What will we do? Will we do 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? And yeah, thank you so much for your time, Jamie. Do you have anything else to say?
No, thank you for your time too. Yeah, and thank you everybody for watching.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for watching. And I will hook you. I will come back to you soon, Jamie, as soon as I talk with these people. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
And everyone who is watching this video, please send me a message if you want to work with me and Jamie. Please fill in the form. I will put in a URL right in the comments or right in the post. And yeah, let's do some really crazy shit, right? That's all we do. So thank you so much. Have a great evening. Cheers. Bye-bye.